Luxury homes jumped 61%, while the rest of the market dropped 2.2%. That's California's wealth reshaping Las Vegas. Nearly 39,000 Californians moved here last year, and many of them came with high incomes and big budgets.
Today, we're breaking down why Californians are choosing Las Vegas, why wealthy buyers are targeting Henderson and Summerlin, and how missing this shift could mean missing out on how far your money can actually go.
So let me start with something kind of shocking. You'd need over $220,000 a year just to qualify for an average home in California.
And the typical family there makes less than half of that.
It just doesn't add up.
Let's be real. The housing crisis happening in California has completely changed what buying a home looks like there. The median home price hit over $880,000. Only 17% of households can afford that.
So even in a state known for high incomes, most people simply can't buy the average home.
And if you're a first-time buyer looking at a condo or a townhome, it's not like things get any easier.
You still need over $163,000 a year to qualify.
For a regular single-family home, you're going to need about $223,000 a year.
Most families make around $100,000, so the gap is huge.
Monthly payments are up 74% since 2020. Incomes only rose about 30%, so costs shot up way faster than people's paychecks.
And we haven't even touched taxes yet.
It's not just the housing market. The overall cost of living in California is significantly higher for families in other states. Healthcare alone is a major financial burden. Healthcare costs are one of the highest concerns for California families. But here's the part that drives people crazy: the commutes. If you live in a coastal city in California, the commute can be brutal.
The average commute can easily exceed 25 minutes. The stress, the fatigue, the burnout, it can be a real issue. And listen up, because this may sound crazy, but it's actually true. Many studies show that long commutes are one of the biggest hidden stressors people don't talk about.
And many Californians say they personally know someone whose mental health got worse because of the pressures of the cost of living.
And this is where remote work completely shifted the landscape. It doesn't create the problems, but it finally gave people a way out. And many employers in California had hybrid options. That means millions of people aren't tied to a specific city or a specific price tag anymore. 60% of people moving from Santa Clara County to Washoe County are people who work from home.
And almost half the people moving from Santa Clara to Clark County are also remote workers, making about $117,000 a year. It's not low-income workers leaving California. They're professionals keeping California salaries while choosing a state where the cost of living doesn't crush them anymore.
So that's why people leave. Housing costs doubled, wages barely moved, and families are burning thousands of extra dollars every year just to stay.
But here's the question nobody asks. If you're making serious money in California, why would you move to Las Vegas instead of like Austin or Phoenix or Miami or something like that?
The answer comes down to three things most people don't see coming. Before we move on, if you're watching this and thinking about making the move yourself, whether you're looking at something affordable in North Las Vegas or something high-end in Henderson or Summerlin, we help people from California settle into Vegas every single day.
We know which areas fit your lifestyle and your budget. Our info is in the description. If you want to reach out to us, you can find all our contact details there.
Let's jump back in. If you're earning big in California, you're writing a big check to the state every year. In Nevada, that check doesn't even exist. Here's where the California migration gets really interesting, because it's not just about finding cheaper housing. For high-income buyers, Las Vegas offers something California just can't match. Nevada has no state income tax, no corporate income tax, no franchise tax, no inheritance tax, and no estate tax.
There is property taxes and sales taxes, but it doesn't have most of those that you're going to find in the vast majority of other states in the United States.
So let's put that in real numbers. If you make $1 million a year in California, that's $133,000 you lose to the state annually. In Nevada, it's zero. Over 30 years, that adds up to almost $4 million you keep instead of handing it over.
And for business owners, it gets even bigger. Someone making about $5 million a year in business income pays around $665,000 a year in California. In Nevada, that number is zero. Over 30 years, that's nearly $20 million saved. Now, if you're making, say, $80,000 a year, Nevada's zero income tax is nice, but it's not a life changer. But once you cross that $300,000 to $500,000 marker, or even $1 million, now you're talking about money that funds your kids' education, your retirement, and generational wealth to come.
Now, here's what really changed the game. Las Vegas built luxury neighborhoods that can easily compete with the high-end houses you get in California at a much better price point. I'm talking about places like McDonald Highlands and Estaya. They They offer modern architecture, views of the Strip, and privacy hard to get in most California. A $2.7 million home in Henderson would be over $4 million on the coast easily.
Now we've got to talk about business. Nevada isn't just no income tax. The whole system is built to be friendly for businesses. Strong asset protection, privacy for business owners, flexible LLC rules, fast approvals, and no annual franchise tax. Meanwhile, California hits you with higher payroll taxes, workers' comp costs, fees, and layers of rules you have to keep up with. When people run the numbers, Nevada just makes the process a lot easier. And something California buyers really appreciate is how clean and secure the communities are here. Places like McDonald Highlands and Ascaya have double guard gates, 24-hour security, roaming security, controlled entry points, and features that are exclusive just to the residents.
And that helps keep prices strong. So a lot of California luxury neighborhoods just don't offer that same level of security or planning. And privacy is huge. Nevada doesn't require you to list LLC owners publicly, but California does. Plus, these master plan communities are designed so you're set back from the street, you have controlled density, and you're in the elevated areas. And in the elevated areas, you're literally above the valley floor. It definitely feels private.
Tax advantages create the financial case. Modern architecture and security gives you that lifestyle upgrade.
Which brings us to the actual communities where each income level is choosing to settle. Here's where it gets really interesting. A $405,000 budget in North Las Vegas gets you a brand new home with 4 bedrooms and a yard. In California, you're looking at a 1-bedroom condo.
And it probably still has an HOA fee of $300 to $500 a month too.
That price gap is why different income levels are landing in completely different parts of the valley.
And once you see the pattern, the entire California migration starts to make sense.
So let's start with the entry-level and mid-range buyers. They usually shop between $300,000 to $500,000, and if you're in that range and you're tired of competing with 15 other offers in California just to get a starter home, this is where you need to pay attention.
They're mainly choosing North Las Vegas and Centennial Hills and the Southwest, and also Cadence as well. North Las Vegas at $405,000 is a huge draw because it's about half of what Californians' median price is. Most of the folks buying here are younger, many first-time home buyers. The big reason they come here is simple. There's tons of new construction with terrific incentives and a little bit of space to stretch out.
About a quarter of all new homes being built in the valley are actually in North Las Vegas. So you get newer homes, more energy efficient stuff, planned communities, parks, schools, things that usually feel out of reach back in California.
Centennial Hills is just a step up in price, usually in the mid 400s to 500s. You'll see a lot of families and mid-career buyers here. That's people earning maybe $50,000 to $70,000 a year. It's clean, it's newer, and it has a lot of outdoor space.
Over in the Southwest, you get places like Rhodes Ranch and Mountain's Edge, and you're looking in the same price range.
Rhodes Ranch is a guard-gated community with a golf course that's beautifully and immaculately maintained, along with Mountain's Edge, which is leans a little bit younger with a lot of parks and very family-friendly oriented community events and, features inside of the community.
They're buyers with a little bit more to spend, usually in that $500,000 to $1 million range, and they're choosing Inspirada, Green Valley Ranch, and Southern Highlands.
Inspirada sits around the low 500,000s and keeps climbing. Buyers here are usually experienced professionals with established families. The community is very modern and extremely well planned out and close to everything you need in Henderson.
Green Valley Ranch is around the mid 500s and feels more mature.
You get older trees, golf resort style amenities, and Gen X really likes to buy here. And you also find older millennials who want a community that's already proven itself and is completely and economically developed.
Southern Highlands brings a more traditional luxury feel. It has long-standing neighborhoods and golf access. Families here want something that feels established and private.
Once you hit the high income bracket, the map completely changes. Everything changes if you're a business owner or an entrepreneur making over $500,000 a year, especially if you're working remotely or running an LLC. You're not just buying a house, you're making a tax decision that affects every dollar you earn for the next 30 years or however long you're in the profit.
Now, we're talking McDonald Highlands, Ascaya, Summerlin West, Seven Hills, and Skyview. McDonald Highlands in Henderson sits up on the foothills where you get perfect views of the strip from your backyard. It has over 1,300 acres and is along the side of the McCullough Mountains. These are guard-gated houses and they're not cookie cutter at all. Modern homes with massive walls, massive windows, big patios, and infinity pools. Everything you would expect to see in luxury living.
The median price there ranges from around $2.7 million to $4.4 million, with homes going all the way up in the 8 figures. We're talking about 30 million plus. And Dragon Ridge, the golf course inside McDonald Highlands, literally wins awards. Buyers here are wealthy professionals and business owners, and some are even in the sports and entertainment industry. Almost half of the newcomers at this price point buy a house here within the first year here.
Ascaya is on a whole other level. It's about 1,000 feet above the valley, and the views are unreal. Strip to canyon, full panoramic. The median home price there is about $10.5 million, and these are full custom estates designed by some of the top architects in the entire world.
And Ascaya is special because it has some smaller lock and leave like condo style residences that feel like massive luxury homes that are great for people who want to live here part-time or vacation home. And another thing to consider about Ascaya is it does not have a golf course within the community, but it does have one of the best clubhouses with events at it in the entire valley. And also many buyers in this luxury price point might not want to be paying to subsidize the cost of the golf course. You know, people who don't golf don't really have interest in living on the course sometimes. So this might be a perfect option for you if you're thinking about that.
And you simply don't get this combination of privacy, elevation, and design in most California markets at these prices.
Personally, I think Ascaya is a flex for most buyers, but McDonald Highlands is at $2.7 million, where the sweet spot is for Californian money looking for modern luxury without that full Ascaya premium.
Summerlin West is booming in the high-end space too. The median is around the low 800s. This area draws in people with solid careers and business owners making $200,000 to $400,000. They want mountain views, trails, resort-style pools, and of course, quick access to the shops and restaurants up there. And then you have Seven Hills, which brings the classic elevated Henderson style. It has guard-gated custom homes, views, privacy. Buyers here usually make over $300,000. And then you get Skyview, which is inside McDonald Highlands. This place offers these sleek homes with a modern style, 3 stories, and incredible views of the strip. They're a huge hit with California buyers.
Now, if you're interested in seeing our video that we've done about Skyview, you can check that out in a couple videos from now. But also, if you're interested in learning more about Ascaya, we have an entire video where we take you inside Ascaya and show you an $11.5 million home that you could check out in the description below.
So here's the bottom line. New buyers want cheaper prices and newer homes. Mid-tier buyers want communities that already feel complete. And buyers with higher income want views, privacy, modern homes, and tax benefits. And that's how the California wave is changing the market here.
Now, there's a pattern emerging. When you see where each income tier is landing, it reveals something about Las Vegas market that most agents completely miss, and it affects home values across the entire valley.
How this mix is reshaping the market.
So luxury sales jumped a lot while the rest of the market actually dipped slightly. That's not a small trend. That's a completely different market taking shape in front of us. And this is where the California migration gets really interesting, because Vegas is basically turning into 2 different markets at the exact same time. The new builder luxury home prices priced over $1 million are up 61% compared to last year.
That's not a little bump. That's a wave. Luxury home inventory is booming. $1 million listings jumped 42% year over year, with far more homes available at every price point. Even with more homes on the market, they're still selling fast. Luxury is moving quicker than the rest. So here's what this all means. Even though there are more luxury homes for sale, the demand is still strong enough to keep prices steady or push them higher.
Buyers at this level are absorbing everything that comes on the market.
Now compare that to the overall Las Vegas market. The median home price across all price points is about $440,000 to $475,000, down slightly from last year.
So what this creates is a split. Regular homes are moving at normal pace, but luxury homes are blowing up with even higher rates. And here's something else builders figured out quickly. They're moving heavily into the higher price points.
Ascaya has 67 completed homes, 27 are under construction, and 20 are in architectural review. Skyview in McDonald Highlands is selling modern homes with big strip views.
Toll Brothers, Blue Heron, and Jewel Homes, they're all pushing new construction above the $1 million mark. The reason is because luxury demand is strong, while the rest of the market has kind of slowed down.
Builders go where the demand is. These buyers are less sensitive to interest rates, they close faster, and the margins are better. And here's the part that surprises a lot of people. Luxury demand remains strong even when rates go up. So current mortgage rates are around 6.3%. Those higher rates have crushed first-time home buyers, but luxury buyers keep going. This happens because most wealthy buyers either pay cash or they're not bothered by the rate as much.
And if you're one of those high-income California buyers we talked about earlier, the tax savings easily offset any rate difference. The tax savings are way bigger than the interest cost. Plus, luxury real estate is a safe place to put money when the stock market is getting shaky. A lot of wealthy buyers have shifted into real estate over the past couple years because it's stable, it goes up in value steadily, and it comes with some tax advantages.
That's right, the number of luxury homes available is up. Luxury sales are strong even as the overall market softens. Prices are holding strong, and builders are doubling down on that part of the market.
California wealth isn't just visiting Vegas anymore. It's kind of like reshaping the entire structure of the market.
Las Vegas isn't only attracting rich Californians, it's pretty much pulling in everyone. And depending on what people make, they're landing in totally different parts of the valley. The luxury spike is shifting the whole market, and most people won't realize it until the valley already looks different.
If you're seriously considering moving from California to Las Vegas at any price point, shoot me an email at Kyle Simmons Team today, and we'll walk you through exactly which communities will match your situation and timeline best.
Don't hesitate to reach out to us. We would be honored to help you. And before you go, check out the video we linked about Trilogy at Sunstone. It's a 55 and up community a lot of California retirees are choosing. Homes run from about $355,000 to $700,000. And when you combine that with the tax savings we talked about, it's a pretty amazing deal.
I'm Kyle.
And I'm Vicky, your Las Vegas real estate guides. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.